What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. It has been so long. Oh my goodness, but we're back, and we're back with another Disney video. Yes, say hello. I have now invested in a cheeky little remote control so I can literally ping it and it can start and stop my video. Like, wow, technology, eh? I mean, we've had a remote control for years, but yeah. So I thought I'd do a Disney video today. It has been 6 years since I have worked at Disneyland Paris. Can you believe it? I asked some questions, probably about 2 years ago now. Sorry, apologies. I am finally gonna answer those questions for you, so let's begin with the video. Question number 1. What do you miss most about Disneyland? Ooh. I miss how accessible everything is in Disney. When you work at Disney, we call it the Disney bubble because you basically live and work Disney, and the only thing and the only people you know is Disney related. So I do kind of miss it because there was a sense of community, everyone helped each other. So I do miss that. And also I really miss my room in the way that I had those blinds that you like wound down and it was a complete blackout. So if you wanted to sleep during the day, have a cheeky nap, or you weren't well, it was just a complete darkness, and it was wonderful, and I miss that so much. And I don't know, I have not seen that in the UK anywhere at all, and I think it does need to exist. I do also really miss the magic. I think once you are a part of the magic, you're part of the Disney family, and I just miss the magic so much. Okay, question number 2. What did you do on your days off? Okay, so I did one of the 3 things. I either went shopping because I lived opposite a very large mall, which was quite bad in so many ways. It also had a designer outlet. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, there's a supermarket in there too, so that's where we pretty much did all our shopping. They had like a Zara, H&M, Bershka, Pandora, and there's also a SeaWorld in there. God, so cool. It was pretty big, to be fair. Second thing is I'd go into central Paris for the day, because why not? Because it's right there. Our train to get to Disney. Disney is in zone 6, and we bought a 5 to 6 pass, so it's slightly different to like the London Underground, but it's unlimited, so you pay like a set price and you can go as many times as you want, and it's the same price, and Disney pay for like 80% of it, which is so good. Worked out as like 10 euros a month. Anyway, so when we went to Central Paris, we'd have to get off at 5 and then pay from 5 to 1 instead of doing, you know, pay from 6 to 1 because it was more expensive. But it was still so worth it. And the third thing is probably just to go to the park. I loved taking pictures of my friends on the parade, or I just wanted to go on rides. It was one of the 3 things pretty much. Okay, what is a typical work week like at Disney? It very changes. Bloody hell, I can't speak English. It changes all the time. You do a 40-hour work week with 2 days off. However, the 2 days are never consecutive and never on the weekend. I did occasionally get an odd Sunday off. I don't think I ever had a Saturday off, but it's very rare because I think everyone's in demand on the weekend because it's busier. So you work 8 hours, 5 days a week, and that's pretty much it. The shifts will just change. It's changed now because there was Cafe Mickey when I was there, and Cafe Mickey doesn't exist anymore. But I started, the earliest was I think 7:15, and the latest was 11:45. But obviously that has changed. But it's done over 11 hours. So if you're on the late shift, you would never then be on the early shift the next day. They give 11 hours after you've worked to start. That's just, I think it's just a French law from what I recall. Another thing that I really miss is the parades. Parades were my favorite shift to do. They just give me so much joy to perform in the parade, and the day was a normal day. It wasn't too early or too late, so I could do stuff in the morning and in the evening, so that's why it was my favorite shift. I'd love to talk more about the parade. I could talk about the parade for years. If you want to listen to me talk about the parade. Listen to me talk about the parade. I can't speak! If you would like me to do a parade video, I can do that for you. Let me know below in the comments. Yeah. Oh, I started chucking it down outside. Maybe I'll just talk to you guys for a bit longer. Just to keep dry. It's me in my studio. It's very bare. There's not really a lot in here, but I get peace and quiet and I love the sound. It's fabulous. I do all my personal training and recordings all in here. Although you may be able to hear the rain because my mic is very good, you see. It's a very good mic. Not that I'm complaining. Why am I complaining? That's a good mic. Will you shut up? Okay, I don't know what question we're on. 3? I've lost count already. It's going swimmingly well. What are the changes at Disneyland Paris? I'm assuming you mean from when I've worked there to when I've been back. I went back 2018 and yeah, there was so many changes actually. Gosh. So Disney Dreams, which was the fireworks at the end of the day in the main park, is now called Disney Illuminations. I still call it Dreams. I think Dreams sounds so much nicer. No idea why they changed it. But it's still wonderful. Obviously they change the actual firework display every so often. I have no idea how, why, when, not sure. But I love it. It's my favourite part. When I go to Disney, I am there every day in Disney Dreams. I sometimes would watch it on my days off. I'd have the day and then I'd be like, I'm gonna go and watch Disney Dreams. And one of my friends actually, her balcony in her flat, you could actually see Disney Dreams from her window. Obviously it wasn't as clear, but we could hear it and we could see the fireworks. But obviously not as good as if you're actually there. But it was great. I was like, let's watch Disney Dreams from your balcony today. Yeah, she probably thinks, ah, go away. As I've said before, Cafe Mickey no longer exists. Oh no, it does exist, there's no characters in there. Was that the reason? I think that was why. Yeah, well, there used to be characters and I think people would just go to Cafe Mickey to meet the characters and didn't go in the park. But yeah, I think they stopped it because that's what everyone was doing. I presume, I don't really know the reason, but that's my only reasoning for it. But I love that shift, that was such a good shift. It was a good shift because it was either early or late and then you could have the whole half a day, regardless, like whichever side you had, to do whatever you needed to do. So that's why I love that. What else has changed? I know Rock and Roller Coaster has now closed. Oh, I love that ride. I love that ride, man. The next question is actually about rides, so I'll talk about that in a bit. But I loved Rock and Roller Coaster. So sad that that has closed. Oh yeah, so Ratatouille, the ride, was being made when I worked there. I never actually went in the Ratatouille part. I don't even know what the part is. It's near Toy Story Land. I think they must have called it something. But yeah, it was being rebuilt. So I went on the ride and I ate at the restaurant because it was so weird to see it, like all the construction, and then now it's finally built. I was like, wow, it's such a good ride as well. That is also a very good ride. Right, the next question is about rides. So what is it? What actually was the question? So the question is, what are the best rides at Disneyland? Here we go. So my favorite ride is Crush Coaster in Studios. Why I love it, it's just so unique, and I love Finding Nemo. You're basically on a turtle shell. I think it's, what's the main turtle called? I want to say Squirt, but that's the baby one, isn't it? I can't remember what the turtle's called. Oh no, my favorite movement, I can't remember. Anyway, you're on the turtle shell and you're either 2 forward and 2 back. So you're either facing forward or facing behind. And the beginning is like a normal roller coaster, you know. But what's great about being on the back is you don't know where you're going. So you're like, oh, and you feel like going up and you're like, we're gonna come down in a minute, coming down in a minute. And then all of a sudden it like turns. And then they have the Finding Nemo music in the background. So it's like, Jelly Man, Jelly Man. Oh, I love it, love the ride. It probably lasts about a minute and the queue is always like over an hour. It's always like 70 minutes long. But that is my favorite ride. If you ever want to do a ride, go to Studios Crush Coaster. You will not regret it, promise you. I also love a I can't speak. I love Big Thunder Mountain. I feel like it's the longest ride. It seems to last a good amount of time. And the fact that you go under water. You don't go underwater, you don't see the water, but you're going in the water to an island in the middle. An island is in the middle of water, Holly, you complete lemon. But it's really long, and I think it's the best like family ride. I think there is a height, but it's not like, obviously it's not for like very young children, but you just have a bar across your legs and there's no upside down movements or anything. It's just literally like like that. But it is one of my favorites, due to the length and the fact that you can see all of Disney. Then coming on to the worst ride is Tower of Terror. Now I forgot to say, when I began working at Disneyland Paris, my first day off, me and my formation, which is the group that I came with, because we all had the training for the week, so it was Monday to Friday, and then we had the weekend off for the 2 days before we started on the Monday. And on the Saturday we went on all the rides imaginable, every single ride. We just spent the whole day going on the rides. Because why not? And we went on Tower of Terror, and I despise Tower of Terror. I cannot, oh God, no, it makes my stomach sink thinking about it. I went on it, and the first drop was like, oh, I hate it, oh, and then everyone was like, look, Disneyland. I was like, Disneyland, and then it went, oh my God, my stomach. I do not like rides like that. I do not like rides that just are constant. I can do it like once if it goes on a roller coaster, but I can't keep doing it. My poor stomach. I think it was left up the top there. Dear me, dear Lord, it was not pleasant. It's just not my cup of tea. But I mean, some people love it, so go for it. If you enjoy that sort of thing, go for it. If you're going with another person, which I presume you are, although there are some people who go solo, which is not a problem, but this ride, Toy Story, Buzz Lightyear, oh, what's it called? Laser tag? Buzz, oh my days, I can't remember the name of it. Lordy. Get a laser gun and you shoot targets. And obviously there's 2 of you and you shoot, and what's good is you can move the cart, so you can literally do a 360. So there's like a joystick and you're like, and then you shoot, and then there's a score, and then you can see who wins. So it's a great fun one, great one for the children. If you have a child, you're going with a child, it's fabulous, it's so much fun. And also in that area, I think it's Adventureland. Oh, I'm really bad at lands now because I have not been there in so long. 6 years, my friend, 6 years. Now, Hyperspace Mountain. I mean, it feels exactly the same, but it is Star Wars themed. So it's Space Mountain with a Star Wars twist, but essentially exactly like the same thing. Last Space Mountain, literally went on it in a loop because it's just so good, and it's very close to the parade. A great time, a good Disney hack for you, cheeky bonus tip. If you've already seen the parade, I would go on the rides when the parade is on, because the rides, there are 0 queues because everyone is watching the parade. Obviously you have to watch the parade, let's face it. So I'd spend maybe the first day watching the parade, and the second day you maybe watch the beginning and then hop on a ride or something, or just spend the time going on rides, because the queues, there's no queues, there's 0. No queues whatsoever. That's what I did a lot. Yeah. Okay, so this is the final question, because I have no idea how long this video is and we don't want to overrun, because we all have short attention spans right now. So the last question, what can you tell us that, oh, sorry, I just read it and didn't actually ask you. What can you tell us that we probably don't know about Disney? Okay, so the Tower of Terror, the ride, the worst ride, don't do it. No, I'm just kidding, I just hate the ride. The lift, if you know the story, if you don't, maybe Google it. I don't actually know the full story, to be honest, but the lift obviously came out and did all crazy things, and it is actually backstage, and I believe it's a roundabout, from what I recall. The lift is a roundabout. So there's a fun fact, it's literally right at the entrance to backstage, where we get on our buses to go to our destination. Another thing is that apparently Backstage Disney is a third bigger than the park, which I guess makes sense, because you have to, and I don't know where the rumor about tunnels came in. I did not see any tunnels. It may be true, but I doubt it, but I did not see any tunnels there. So yeah, backstage we have to get the bus places because it's quite big and it takes a while to get all the way around because it's all around the outside. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It is now proper chucking it down just as I finished, typically. But I hope you enjoyed this. Do let me know if you want a few more, what you want to see. I shall see you guys next time. See you later, alligator. Bye, guys.